But today I'm going to show you strategies of building relationships with your team that they will begin to trust you. According to the first thing to building a relationship is genuine care, and genuine care is not shown by smiling or the effort of complimenting people, but care is shown by actually caring. And how do you care for your workers? It's by caring for their growth, it's by mentoring them. It's not sending them to mentorship programs, but it's making them to become like you. A big part of becoming a leader is to get other people to get in the same place that you are. And that's the only way you can go to get to the other level of leadership. So the big part of building influence is mentoring people to become a better version of themselves. The person you trust the most is not the person who did best for themselves, but it's the person that made you to be where you are. It's the person that trained you to be the person that you are. So if you want to build trust with your team, if you want to build a productive team, then mentor them outside of what you want them to do, but what they want to become. The second part of building influence is managing your emotions. It's mastering your own emotions. I know this is underrated and it looks like the smallest thing we can ever talk about. But a big part of building trust is managing yourself. If you are a leader, you have to manage your own emotions. It doesn't matter you're depressed, it doesn't matter you're feeling, I don't know. And I'm not shying away from the point that people meant to be vulnerable. If you're a leader, you have to be vulnerable to your people. But you don't have to show off as weak. You have to master your own emotions. You have to be the person that can cover up for what they feel because you're the hope of the organization. Everybody's looking at you and they're trusting in you. So if you show that you are scared, if you show that you have a lot of fear, then you have ruined all the influence you have built by mentoring those people because they know you can mentor them to become a better person, but you cannot manage your own emotions. A big part of being a leader is to master your own emotions. Try to find books on emotional intelligence. Try to find accounts on emotional intelligence, how you can grow your emotional intelligence. You have to master how you express. I know everybody feels angry. I know everybody gets angry. Everybody feels depressed. But the way you express your depression will define what kind of a leader you are and how your team will trust you. The third thing is expertise. A big part of becoming a leader is to master that which you want people to do. I remember one of the speeches that was done by Boosie. I don't remember where it was. It must have been in Texas. And he said that for you to be a leader, before you delegate, you master. And once you have mastered, you document. And when you document, you train. And that is how you delegate. Now, this process is like this. Before you get someone else to manage a position, before you get someone else to be, I don't know what kind, a manager in accounting, you have to master that area. You might not be in finance, but you have to master the tactics and the tricks. Maybe you don't know the skill exactly, but you know how to do it, especially if you're getting people to be in leadership position. The first thing you do before you delegate is to master. And you have to express that mastery that your team knows you can do. You should be the best in sales than every other person that is in your team, especially sales. You must be someone who is good at, I don't know, leadership, a leader who can get things done. Right? You have to master the area you want to delegate. So once you have mastered it, you document how you mastered it. Then you train other people. Getting back to the point I said about mentoring other people, right? So the first thing you have to do is to master your emotions, master leadership, master sales, master facing, team facing. Maybe you might not be the best because you can't be the best in everything. But the thing that the company is about, if the company is about sales, then you have to master that. You have to be damn good. You have to be like the best. And I'm not saying you are hiring people that are less, but you have to make an effort to always grow and to grow with those that you lead. I'm sorry, but if you're someone who believes that growing is just, I don't know, you grow as a leader, but the people you are with doesn't grow, then I'm sorry. That's why you are having meetings about what's going to happen in the next quarter, but the next quarter is same with the first quarter of the year because you are the only one who is going, you are the only one who has a vision, but the people you are leading don't have that vision. And they can't have a vision if you have not shown them how much of a master you are at what you want them to do. Now, relationships doesn't end with mastery. Like building trust doesn't end with mastery. There is a lot more to building relationships with your team that is not just mastery. And the other thing is consistency. You see, if you have built a culture around your organization, if you have built beliefs and values, you have to be consistent with those values. You have to be consistent with those beliefs. You have to be consistent with that culture. A big part of building a relationship with your team is them knowing that if you say these things don't get done, they are never going to be done. If there are things that you say this is not a part of our organization, then they never become a part of your organization. So a big part of being a leader, being a leader that builds relationship is consistency. You have to be consistent with your culture. You have to be consistent with your values. You have to be consistent with everything around you, with everyone around you. And the last point is, I don't know if you call that vulnerability or if you call that exposure, but you have to expose your team to a greater sense of the world that is better than what they know now, that is better than what your company is. Maybe you might be making 10,000 US dollars per year, right? That's it's okay to be there, right? And that's what you're making, but you have to expose them to business meetings, to events that you have other people who are making maybe 1 million per year. And that will really grow the vision that they have. And they will trust you that you are not scared of them seeing what is better than you. You can expose them to things that look like they are better than you now.